I looked at her. She swallowed.
It's Sabrina.
Sabrina who?
Sabrina Cole, my best friend.
Ah, that explained everything. We slipped onto the balcony and listened through the cracked door. Inside, Sabrina was pacing with her phone pressed to her ear. "Why didn't it work last night?" she hissed. "She was still wearing the bracelet? Why didn't I get anything?" A pause, then sharper. "Burned? What do you mean burned?" Good. That meant one of my charms had done more damage than I thought. Sabrina listened, then muttered, "Fine, I'll add another one tonight." I moved for the bedroom. Chloe grabbed my sleeve.
Wait, she won't see us?
Stay close.
Why?
Concealment ward.
Her eyes lit up.
You can do that?
I gave her a long look. The situation had somehow become life-threatening and exciting for her at the same time. This girl had no survival instincts at all. I already knew what I'd see before she opened it. Poppets, dozens of them. Hex dolls stitched and pinned and fed with blood. She took out one half-finished doll, tied a piece of hair into it, pricked her finger, and smeared blood over the fabric chest. Chloe went rigid beside me.
What is that?
A blood-bound poppet.
Her breath caught. There were more than 10 in the box, some old, some fresh, all ugly. Before I could stop her, Chloe lunged forward, ripped the doll from Sabrina's hand, and slammed it to the floor. Then she started stomping on it in heels. Sabrina screamed. "What the hell, Chloe?"
What the hell, you?
Chloe shot back.
What is wrong with you?
Sabrina backed away, face white with panic. Then anger replaced it. Fast. "I don't know what you're talking about." Chloe ripped open the box and flung dolls everywhere.
These?
She shouted.
I'm talking about these.
That did it. The mask came off, and what was underneath wasn't pretty. Sabrina's face twisted. "I hated you," she said. "Do you know that? I hated you for years." Chloe stared at her. Sabrina kept going. "Your clothes, your smile, your perfect little fake kindness. Giving me things you didn't want like that made us equal. They were new. Oh, please, everything about you was humiliating."
I was your friend.
"No," Sabrina snapped. "You were a spotlight, and everyone around you disappeared in it." Then came the real reason. It always did. "Even Ethan," she said bitterly. "I knew him first. He looked at me first, and then you showed up and suddenly it was all about you." Chloe stared.
Ethan Brooks?
Sabrina laughed like she might break her own teeth. "Yes, Ethan Brooks, the one you didn't even want."
I rejected him.
"Exactly!" Sabrina screamed. "You got to reject him and still be chosen. Do you have any idea what that feels like?" Then she grabbed a knife. That part was rude. I dropped the concealment ward, stepped between them, kicked her wrist hard enough to send the knife flying, and knocked her unconscious before she got another bright idea. She hit the floor. Chloe stared at her, then at me, then back at Sabrina.
Is she dead?
"No."
Are you sure?
"Yes."
Should we make sure?
I turned slowly to look at her. She held up both hands.
Just asking.
I collected every poppet in the apartment, every charm, every bit of anchor material, every trace of blood magic I could find. Before we left, Chloe pointed at Sabrina's unconscious body.
So, what happens to her?
I filed a report.
With who?
The Bureau of Unnatural Affairs.
She blinked.
There's an actual government bureau for cursed dolls and blood magic?
Yes,
That is both comforting and deeply upsetting.
that's because you think too much and too little at the same time.
She frowned.
I don't even know what that means.
I didn't explain. Back at the estate, I sat in the garden and dismantled the workings one by one, while Chloe hovered nearby, emotionally unstable and extremely talkative.
Do you think this is my fault?
She asked after a while.
No.
But what if I made her feel small?
She offered blood to a curse.
I said.
That was a choice. You are not responsible for every broken thing that decides to envy you.
She was quiet for a moment. Then she asked,
Can she be saved?
Probably.
By you?
No.
That seemed to upset her more than if I had said no outright. Then, very softly, she said,
When Mom and Dad told me I wasn't really theirs, I cried all night.
I didn't answer. She kept talking anyway.
I was terrified. Not just of losing them, of losing everything. The house, the money, the life. Even before you got here, I was trying to figure out whether I should hate you first, just to protect myself.
I looked up. She was digging the toe of one shoe into the grass.
But then I kept thinking, all of this was yours.
She said.
I got it by accident. And maybe I got too used to it.
Finally, she looked at me.
Does that make me awful?
I thought about it. Then I said,
A little.
She burst into tears. Again. I sighed, took out another warding charm and handed it to her.
Here.
Her tears stopped so fast it was honestly impressive.
You do like me.
I didn't say that.
But you gave me a charm.
That's because you're still cursed adjacent and emotionally fragile.
She grinned at me through damp lashes.
Same difference.
She tried to hug me. I quick-stepped 3 feet to the left. She nearly fell into a rose bush. Worth it. After that, Chloe took it upon herself to become my unofficial marketing department. Not everyone believed in spirits, but rich people believed in bad luck. And old money women especially believed in protection, discretion, and paying large amounts of money to make sure their enemies were cursed first. So business improved. Not quickly, but steadily. Apparently, the reclaimed Whitmore heiress who grew up in the woods and can see the dead was a surprisingly marketable identity. Chloe also informed me that my parents were planning a formal society event to introduce me properly.
Think of it as a launch party.
She said.
I hate that sentence.
You'll hate the guest list more.
She was right. The event was enormous. My mother dressed me herself. I chose black. She rejected it instantly. Chloe helped. That should tell you how badly the process went. By the time they were finished, I was in a pale silk gown that felt both too expensive and too exposed, with my hair pinned up and my face painted in ways I deeply distrusted. Still, they looked happy, so I endured it. The reception was full of polished strangers, expensive laughter, and the kind of smiles people wear when they're mentally calculating social value. I stayed near the food. That was where I was happiest. Then Chloe came gliding over in something sparkling and dangerous-looking, grabbed my arm and hissed,
Time to meet people.
No.
Yes,
I'm eating.
you can eat after you meet investors, heirs, and potential clients.
That almost changed my mind. Almost. Then she leaned in closer and whispered,
Have you seen anyone cursed yet?
I opened my mouth to say no. Then I saw the girl in red, and immediately changed my answer.
Yes.
I said,
Her.